Triple E EDC back again with another video. So I'm going to go ahead and announce the Patreon knife for this month, and I'm actually going to give you a choice of 3 different knives here. Guys, by the way, if you want to go ahead and join the Patreon, links down below. There's different tiers, and when I do knife sales and stuff, you guys get major discounts. You also get early access to the sales. A couple other things, I'm trying to incorporate more stuff for the patrons. I have had a couple people tell me that, I do have one of the better Patreons around. I really appreciate comments like that. I really try to make it very nice for you guys. If you guys have any suggestions on what you guys want to see in as a patron or on Patreon, go ahead and drop a comment below. Let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. In the meantime, let me go ahead and announce this month's Patreon giveaway. So like I said, you're gonna, if you're a Patreon member, you're automatically entered, and depending on tier level, you may be entered multiple times. Go ahead and check out that Patreon link. You get 1 entry for the single E level, 2 entries for the double E level, and 5 entries for the triple E level. So as far as this goes, we got, like I said, 3 knives here. Very, very different knives, very, very different purposes, but let's go ahead and take a look at them. So this is sort of your collector level. This is for the Buck 110. So this is the limited edition from 2020, or 2021, I should say, S45 VN steel, which is a huge upgrade for them. You got this sort of different thumb stud here than you see on a lot of their other models. It is a removable thumb stud, as you can see here. It is carbon fiber and aluminum bolsters here. So this is way lighter than your daddy's 110. And this also has a pocket clip, which makes it very different from your daddy's 110. So this is still lockback, just like the regular 110s, and folds out, this type of action with the thumb stud. Still has that 110, sort of solid feel, not sort of solid, very solid feel. And that hollow grind on here. Buck does a great job, as you guys know, with that Boss heat treat. And this is a knife that I don't think is available at all anymore, but it may be in stock at 1 or 2 places still. But it is, pretty much gone. They're not making it anymore. So a lot of people collect Buck knives. This is one to definitely add to your collection. May increase in value over time, which is one of those things. So if you want to choose this one and you win, then great. Definitely check that one out. Next one is sort of your worker knife, right? This is your Cold Steel Silver Eye. This is, one of Cold Steel's more premium knives. These go for, I think like $230 or something, 230 bucks. They are carbon fiber here, as you can see, and they also have this interesting adaptation to the Spidey hole, so they don't infringe on Spyderco's rights. And it actually works really, really well. You got that triad lock here, and this grips very well. It actually feels excellent as you pull it up, to go ahead and deploy it. So it really gives you a nice feeling on opening, and a nice solid lock, because you get that triad lock on here. And yeah, it's just, it really is a good feeling on that. It looks like it'd be rough, but it really isn't. As far as one-handed close, you can go ahead and do one-handed close on this, which is great. And it fits in the hand extremely well, and the blade is ready to go on this. Cold Steel, does a great job on generally on both the heat treat and the edge. They generally have a really good edge. So I've probably used this to cut down a couple of things, just to do some light testing on it. As you can see, there was a couple smudges there, probably from some tape or something. But yeah, this is in really nice condition here as well. So very, very good. The Cold Steel Silver Eye. All right, next up, we got the a knife I never thought I'd see on here is Tucson, the TS-313. I got this in a trade, and honestly, I've been kind of messing around with it. It's a very cool knife. It has this really weird, tanto blade, where it's like an aggressive clip point. It has a tanto edge here, nice wedge in the middle, and a hollow grind down below that, is fairly straight. So it also has a button lock with very, very nice button lock action, and it has thumb studs where you can go ahead and deploy those. I've heard some complaints from couple channels, I think Women Carry Knives, and some of these thumb studs, at least on the back ones for Spidey flicking, are a little bit difficult to do. I'll agree with that, but the forward thumb studs seem to work extremely well. And the button definitely works extremely well, and it's super fidgety here. And, you know, this knife is titanium. It, I believe, is M390 here. Yeah, M390. So the titanium M390, this is not your cheaper end Tucson. This is one of the higher end Tucsons. If you look at the reviews on this knife, I believe it's gotten some pretty stellar reviews out there. And it feels honestly pretty good in the hand. You are going to get that, you know, that front well, forward well, where you're going to have 2 fingers, and you're going to have a rear well where you're going to get the other 2 fingers. But you get nice jumping to lock into, and your finger isn't too far from the blade here. So I really enjoy the grind on here. Actually, I've used it on a couple boxes and, you know, tried to do a little piercing here, and it seems to work very well for most of what I need. As far as the text on here, you know, I never even noticed the text on the pivot. Let's go ahead and see if we can see what that says. Tucson Knives made in Yongzheng, China, I guess. I don't know. That could be where it's made. I don't know exactly which part of China that it's made in, but these are Chinese-made knives. Tucson is actually doing a great job moving Chinese manufacturing forward. Not quite at the level of some of the other premier brands like Rayot and Wee and Best Tech is getting there, right? But it is definitely moving its way up, right? And I'm very happy to see that right there in the middle of the pack with the Kaiser's you know, concepts also getting there, starting to move up. So yeah, they're sort of right there in the middle of the pack among the groups that are trying to move up. Out of these knives, I honestly enjoy all these for different reasons, and you know, I think just depending on the different type of people involved, people might pick different ones. But there's something, you know, about that Buck 110 for me that just gets it. And I don't have any, you know, much history with the Buck 110, but you guys saw the big Buck unboxing. I've been carrying Bucks pretty much nonstop for a little bit, and you know, I've got the 110 Slim here. Yeah, I've been carrying Bucks nonstop pretty much for the last little bit, and have been pretty happy with those. So again, that is these are the knives for the month of what are we in right now? Month of February. Can't remember what month we're in. Now, I'm making this announcement really late, so there should be an announcement as far as the March knives very soon. So you'll get sort of 2 announcements in a row in the next couple of days as to what I'm going to be doing for March. I'm going to be trying to ratchet up March a little bit, so you definitely want to stay involved, not just in February, but in March, because I think I'm going to try to, you know, get some decent giveaways in March. Also, guys, if you weren't here for last month, we had the knife of the month turn into 2 knives for the month. So that was a great thing, and you know, very happy to be able to do that for you guys. I really appreciate you. All right. If you have any questions for me or anything, go ahead and hit me up in the comments or on the Patreon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for being patrons. I really appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you.